Hello, hello, hello. I am here to do another craft create video tutorial. Come hang out with me. Get a couple pieces of paper. We're going to put it together and make something. Sounds like a good idea, right? So I know a lot of people, we in the junk journaling world, we do this thing, mass make, right? So it's where you create at one time a lot of something. So I think this would maybe work as a mass creation if that's something that you want to do. Um, so I'm going to turn this into a pocket. It's just a printable that's been cut down to its size. And I have an extra sheet of coffee dyed paper here. Um, so I am going to first measure out what I need, what size I need. Although, yeah, I'm going to measure because I don't feel like cutting them after they're glued together. I'm just not about that life right now. So I'm just going to give myself a little extra space around the edge to kind of make it a little bit easier for me to do this. And I'm just going to, I'm using a pencil, so if I get any marks anywhere, it will be okay. You can easily erase it. You don't even have to draw entire lines if you don't want to. I did. So here's what I'm going to cut out. Grab my handy dandy cutting board. So, okay. So I don't want to just slice this paper randomly all the way down. So I just brought my blade here and pulled it in, and I'm going to pretty much do the same thing here. Pull that back, get this all lined up to where I need it to be. Lift it up, pull my blade down there, and voila. Let's toss that to the side, get this out of the way. Okay, so now we have two pieces of cardstock. Need to back out a little bit. Okay. Because it's going to be a pocket, so it can open up, you'll be able to see the inside. I'm going to just kind of age the back a little bit. I'm just taking my blending brush with walnut stain on it and rubbing any excess ink on that page. I want them, whoever's going to receive this, I want them to know that this is a pocket. And look, my measurement is off a wee bit, but you know what? It's okay. I will trim it. It is no biggie. I want to get this lined up as best as possible. Okay, so I'm going to get my punch ready because I'm going to punch this paper for an indent, right? So that there's a hole there so that they know it's a pocket. Wow, okay, I can't talk today. Cool. Getting our Fabri-Tac. I really don't need to turn that over because I know that this side is going to be the top side. going to be the open side, shall I say. And we're going to glue. I'm going to do a quick little finger smush. And I got a little bit of excess there. I'm going to go ahead and wipe that off really quick. Okay. Clean my finger on my desk. And we are going to line this up as best as we can. Hurry, hurry, hurry. I think we may have got it stuck down and it is uneven. It's, you know what? It's okay. You can work with it. Okay. We work with mistakes here. I am not too concerned at all. Okay, so that's glued down. And once again, you said we will work with mistakes, so I have to bring this out. I'm lucky enough that this does have a that this image does have a border. So since I had a happy accident, we're just going to trim that border. And if you have one of these cutting devices, and it gives you a little bit of trouble starting out, because I did just glue 2 cardstocks together, so it's a bit thick. I don't know how I got the glue there. So it is a little bit thick. Sometimes when you start directly at the edge, you'll have a little bit of a resistance and your paper can tear. So I definitely recommend just kind of placing your paper there, laying down your blade, going one direction first, and then following through. Okay, so once again, get that paper down to where we want it. We're lined up, so I'm going to pull my blade further in, right? This is the edge of the paper here, so my blade is actually starting here. So push it down, go that way, and then come back that way. Because, you know, we cannot all afford those fancy dancy Tim Holtz cutters or guillotines and whatnot. So we have to make it work with these, you know, $20 Frisker cutters, which $20 has gone a long way with me in this cutter. I've been having it for quite some time. So I cannot complain. Sorry about all the noise. Alright, so there we go. We are evened up. Okay, now that we did that, we are going to get our walnut stain. Load up the blending brush, and we're going to ink the edges. I did want to go a bit dark on the edges, since the paper is already aged looking. I didn't want to just do vintage photo. I wanted something darker. And now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of want to round off the edges as well. Thinking about it. So I'm going to kind of decorate this as well. I guess I should say embellish, right? That's the word. In the journaling we're all not decorate. We're not decorating. We're embellishing. So I am going to embellish this a bit. And my thought process for this is, like I said, if you're going to mass make something like this, I want you to be able to use it in multiple ways, right? So this could easily just, be turned into a little journaling card with a pocketed journaling card, bookmark, tag, whatever the case may be, with a pocket. Okay. Let me go ahead and get my tab here. And of course, we are not going to measure. We're going to eyeball where the center is. That's how I like it done. Don't think that's too off center. So if you do glue something, don't worry. You can kind of make it work if you forgot to really ink it up good. I do that quite often, to be honest with you. That's okay. You can come in and anything is fixable, really. Anything is fixable. And if it's not, it's just paper. You rip it up and use it for collaging. Sorry, I'm trying to get the right angle here. And my brain is just not working today. Okay, so boom, there we go, right? Just a simple little pocket. But we're going to take it a couple of steps further. Like I said, I want this to be multi-purpose. So go ahead, mass make all your pockets and embellish them. So a lot of the time, we have our pockets, we put fabrics and whatnot on it to embellish, to give it a little bit of a different look. I am thinking that I want to embellish it that way, but also I want it to be able to be sewn into your signature, your book, the journal that you're making, right? So I'm going to have my embellishing also be a fabric hinge. So I'm not going to use lace. I'm just going to use regular fabric. And I was thinking about doing this in one of my other videos. I want to try, keyword try, to stencil fabric. So away we go. I would definitely think fresh ink. Oh wow, look at that. Can you guys see that? I mean, that did fairly well. All right. So I'm going to do the other side as well. Beans. Okay. So what I was saying, I do think you'll want a brush that's kind of fresh with ink. I mean, I'm pretty sure you could use a brush that's, the ink has been sitting there for a little while. The color payoff just probably won't be as dramatic. Okay. Oh, so, right, this is going to be glued down. I'm also going to sew this as well, so I'm not too concerned with that. But that'll look cool, right? That'll look cool by itself. Actually, sorry, I do want to give the fabric overall a little bit more of a darker color. So I did take my vintage photo brush and I'm just giving it a quick wipe off. Literally a wipe off. And we're picking up fabric pieces all along the way. Okay. Okay. So there we go. That's our inked up fabric. So I want to add some thread to this. So I'm going to take out a blue because there's blue in there and a gray and some of my cream as well, which I should not be using my bobbin for this, but I didn't feel like dragging out the big spool. I do have a little bucket somewhere that has like leftover fabric pieces like this, threads. I think it's like in my closet. And I don't feel like getting it right now. And I think we're going to use a little bit of embroidery thread, and I'm going to separate it so that it's not so thick. There we go. All right, that seems like it's going to be a lot. So I might take out that cream, pull the cream out. Okay. And so I'm going to kind of do it like that. That's what it'll look like on that end. And if I turn it around, it'll be like that on that end. So I think we need to adjust my threads a little bit, kind of balance it out a little bit more. So I'm using my phone to film, and I was just thinking, oh wait, where's my phone? I've been nonstop filming and stuff for like 2 or 3 days at this point, I think. So my brain is a little bit fried. I'm kind of like going on little sleep because my sleep has been a little bit all over the place. But yeah. So I am trying to have this be a little bit thoughtful, clearly. I mean, I like the kind of bunched up look and all of that stuff, but because it's so much, I am trying to kind of be thoughtful on where everything is going to be placed. And, I think that is all the thought that I'm going to put into it. And then that's going to be glued down like that. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and add my glue to my pocket. I am using a nice amount of glue to make sure I get all of those little strings stuck down. We're going to do a finger smush. I want to make sure I kind of get the edges really well and clean up any. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of figure out where I want this laid down. And boom. Press down. So all right. I am not mad at this at all. I'm quite happy with it actually. Let me get a little of this because I don't know, I got some glue on there somehow. It's going to annoy me. Whatever. I'm not going to be able to get it out. Okay, so the thought of this being, multi-purpose. So for the hinge part of it, right, if you wanted to put this into your journal, you could just sew it in, right? All you do is flip this up and you place your holes and you sew it in. You could also attach this other piece of paper to another piece of cardstock. I'll take this for example, right? So you could take this and attach it to this side, and there you go. You have some type of signature, and you just sew in through there, right? Also, if you want, you can just glue this down to another piece of paper or card, kind of like the video that I posted a little while ago. All right, I'll use this, what I have, right? So you would take it, lay it on top of the card, put the end of the card there, glue, and then you would fold this over, and then you have a flap to your card. And it's not just a flap, but it's also the pocket. And then you have decorations on either side. So yeah, there we go. Super simple, nothing crazy out of this world, but once again, it could be used for multiple things. I think you can mass make them, but also make them look different at the same time if you have some inks next to you. And I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for hanging out with me and watching me create a little bit of a something. I'm going to have to probably fix these edges up a little bit. I'll probably do a little bit of a trim on there. Actually, let's do this. Because you see, it did not all get glued down. I'm not mad. All we're going to do is take a scissors and trim it. And there we go. Okay, that's it. Have a good one, guys. Bye.